Hello there everyone. In this video, I would like to give you some knowledge about the agrarian reform in the Philippines. As for the last update in January 2022, the agrarian reform situation in the Philippines involved ongoing efforts to distribute agricultural lands to landless farmers. The Comprehensive Agrarian Reform Program was a major government effort, but its implementation faced challenges and criticisms. In addition, here are some key points to discuss about agrarian reform. We have the impact on farmers, recent reforms, stakeholders' perspectives, social and economic impacts. At first, let's talk about its impact on farmers. The question is, what has been the impact of agrarian reform on the lives of the farmers? The first impact is the productivity. With secure and land tenure, farmers may be more inclined to invest in their farms, adapt modern agricultural practices, and increase productivity. This can contribute to overall agricultural development and food security. The second is the land ownership. Agrarian reform aims to provide land to landless farmers. For beneficiaries, gaining ownership of land can lead to increased security, autonomy, and the potential for long-term investment in their farms. The last impact is social welfare. Agrarian reform can have positive social impacts by reducing poverty and improving the standard of living for rural communities. It may also contribute to a more equitable distribution of resources.
Recent reforms. How have these changes affected the overall progress of land distribution and agricultural development?
Food security. Successful agrarian reform program can be contribute to food security by increasing of production of essential crops and livestock. Farmers with secure land tenure are more likely to make long-term investment in their farms, leading to stable and sustainable food production. Land distributions. Agrarian reform initiative aim to redistribute land to landless farmers, fostering the more equitable distribution of resources. Successful program lead the increased land ownership among farmers, promoting the social justice and reducing the disparities in land access.
Stakeholders' perspective. How do these groups view the current state of agrarian reform and what are their expectations for the future? The current state of the government may see agrarian reform as a crucial tool for rural development, poverty reduction, and social justice. Implementation challenges, funding issues, and resistance from various stakeholders may also be acknowledged. While their expectations are continued effort to streamline the agrarian reform process, address implementation challenges, and foster sustainable agricultural development. The government may also prioritize monitoring and evaluation to ensure the effectiveness of reform initiatives. How about the NGO and advocacy groups? The current state of these groups may assess the impact of agrarian reform on social justice, poverty alleviation, and sustainable development. They might engage in advocacy work to address gaps and challenges, while their expectations often revolve around ongoing support for marginalized communities, transparent implementation, and collaboration with the government to address emerging issues.
Social and economic impacts. Has it contributed to rural development, social equity, and sustainable agriculture?
In terms of rural development, their positive contribution is a successful agrarian reform initiative have the potential to contribute significantly to the rural development by providing land to the landless farmers. These programs can stimulate economic activities, create employment opportunities, and improve overall living. A standard in rural areas stimulate economic activities, create employment opportunities, and improve overall living standards in rural areas. However, challenges as inadequate infrastructure agriculture, access to credit, and technical support can impact the full relations of rural development goals.
While in terms of sustainable agriculture, its positive contribution is to secure land tenure resulting from agrarian reform, can encourage farmers to invest in sustainable agricultural practices. Farmers and ownership stake one more likely to adopt environmentally friendly farming methods, as they have a long-term interest in maintaining the productivity of their land. While the challenge is achieving sustainable agriculture also depends on factors such as access to knowledge, technology, and market opportunities. Additionally, potential conflict between short-term economic pressure and long-term sustainability goals may exist.